I hope everybody had the breakfast.
Yes.
Good morning, guest and fellow Toastmaster. A warm welcome to meeting number 232 of the Gabby Toastmaster Club. I am Toastmaster Prasang Mani, your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. As a sergeant at arms, it is my duty to highlight some key points for the meeting. The meeting is blocked for 2 hours, also urging you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefits of it. Your video should be on and your audio should be off. And unmute yourself when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topic of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmaster International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics, at the Gabby Toastmaster Club, we request all speakers and rule takers to be mindful and responsible and abstains from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Our club mission, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So now I would like to welcome our presiding officer, Nancy Goel. Nancy Goel, DTM Nancy Goel, working as senior data analysis. Nancy Goel is a certified image consultant and personal branding coach. So now let's welcome our presiding officer, Nancy Goel.
Well, thank you so much, our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Prasang Mani. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Prasang here? With this, I welcome you all to the meeting number 232 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Well, it's a pleasure to take up stage after quite some time here as presiding officer. As presiding officer, it's my duty to first introduce the guests who are there in today's meeting. We'll start with the online guest first. I see Preeti. Preeti Pathak, I know you are a role taker, but let's quickly have a small introduction about yourself in 15 to 20 seconds.
Sure. Thank you so much. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I come from Ahmedabad Toastmasters Club. Last night I saw a announcement in one of the role players group saying, hey, we need urgent attention if there's somebody. And I picked up this opportunity. I have visited earlier before some time once this club, and I find this club very promising, where people come with a lot of preparation and sincerity on the stage. So that left a very positive impression. I think I would have come before a year or so. I don't remember. It was just an accidental drop, but it left a good impression. I always wanted to be here, but somehow I couldn't. Yesterday, thanks to the message, I thought, okay, I must support the club which is seeking the time, and there I am.
Lovely. Lovely to have you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Preeti, for joining us all the way from Ahmedabad. Next, we have Rishabh. Rishabh, a quick 30-second introduction. If possible, please be on camera so that we can see your lovely face.
Hi guys, I'm Rishabh. I'm from Delhi and currently I'm a BTech student pursuing my BTech bachelor's in mechanical engineering from VIT Vellore. Currently I'm in fourth year and I'm an aviation enthusiast and uh, right now I'm doing my internship and that's all for the introduction.
I think that's quite a lot that we got to know about you. So thank you so much for introducing yourself. It's lovely to have both our guests here. I see Harish. Harish, are you a Toastmaster? I think I've seen you quite a few times. Quick introduction, Harish.
Yes, I do. People call me DTM. Joining you from Dubai, enjoying the long weekend.
Lovely to have you, distinguished Toastmaster Harish. I'm sure we get to hear more from you towards the later part of the meeting. Next, we have Puneet. Puneet joining us. Puneet Bhatia. Puneet, we are having a quick round of introduction. You just dropped in at the right time. Can we have 15 to 20 seconds of introduction from yourself?
Hi everyone, good morning. So my name is Puneet. I'm part of the Eloquent Toastmasters Club. I'm based out of Gurgaon. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant and I work with Deloitte as a senior consultant.
Welcome to Partly Chartered Accountant Club, the Gabbys. Toastmaster Puneet. Next, we have Jay Narayan. I think Jay needs no introduction. Jay has been here quite a number of times. Toastmaster Jay, would you want to introduce yourself? Quick one.
Hello, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible as well as visible.
Yeah, it's always a joy to circle back to this club, and there are two reasons to it. One is DTM Sourav and then Nancy. So I always get to learn so much from this club, the way it's organized and how everything is so sophisticated here. And there's nothing goes wrong, or hardly there's, or at least it seems like there's nothing goes wrong. So I get to learn from the way it's organized, from all the speakers. Even the icebreakers look like pathbreakers here. So the quality of sessions and the kind of speeches, so that kind of inspires me to come back. And even as an external person, it all seems very cohesive in the way it's being run throughout. So like those are like few things that I would really love about this club.
Well, thank you. I was looking for introduction, and here we ventured smartly into feedback. Feedback well taken, Toastmaster Jay. Next, I see Nandini. Nandini, is that the Nandini, our club member? Arun, is this Nandini from Krishna Shreya? Okay, Nandini, would you quickly introduce yourself?
Hello everyone.
That's
Good
a different
morning.
one.
Myself Nandini from CGI Elite Speakers Forum.
Okay.
Nancy is the one who has come to our club and became an evaluator. And this is the first time I'm attending Gabby's Toastmaster Club. As from the message from the club in the Global Toastmasters, I saw the message and I'm attending now. Yeah, I know that there is a quality of meeting here. So from this, I can take some good things for my club. That is the thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nandini, for joining our meeting today. Trust me, bro, it's going to be interesting since we have DTM Sourav. I see one member in the room, Puneet. We have Puneet Bharti out here.
Please come there for a quick
Introduction.
Hi all, I'm Puneet Surana and I am an audio producer at Galata Productions. I enjoy visiting upcoming clubs and have heard a lot about Gabbys and all the three clubs within it. So this is my first experience and looking forward to the 5-year completion of Gabbys as well.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Puneet, for joining us all the way from, where are you coming from?
BTMC.
BTMC. Oh, nice, nice. Welcome to the meeting. With this, I hope I'm not missing out on any of the guests today. In case I've missed out anyone, you would be having your time towards end of the meeting during the feedback section or during table topic section. With this, we move on towards the next segment where I talk about why Toastmasters. Well, my why has always been connections. When I come to Toastmasters, every time it's a different group of people. It's some faces are still the same old ones. I keep on seeing DTM Sourav day in day out, but rest, it's very very versatile. Sometimes you get to meet Preeti Pathak. Sometimes Esha also gets to join, and Sachin is there, or you get to see Puneet. Different Puneets. So this is where I get to understand different profiles, different kind of professions. So for me, one why for me for Toastmasters is networking. Apart from public speaking, the stage that you get here to practice your public speaking, to overcome your glossophobia and all of that. So networking is my why for today that I would like to talk about. Well, today we have a very interesting theme for the meeting, and that theme is trust me, bro. Why, Gabbys? Trust me, bro. I'm saying it. Well, no, you don't need to trust me. This is where I think I will leave it to our Toastmaster of the day, who's going to talk about what do we mean by trust me, bro. This is where I would like to pass on the baton to our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day today is someone who, like I said, I keep on meeting day in, day out. Not because we are free, but because we are business partners. But apart from that, he's a very well respected Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, double distinguished Toastmaster across the entire Toastmasters world. Someone who has just got a champion award, the first runner up award at district evaluation contest for the program year 2024-2025 at district 92. And if I start talking about his awards and accolades, I think the meeting will be over. So please put your hands together for none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Huh? Yes, I'll call the joke master. What a joke. You're forgetting the joke means. Okay, can you hear me? All loud and clear, guys. Lovely. Okay, before I call the joke master, a very serious question for everyone here, including Puneet, who's on his phone. Puneet, what is the definition of a bro? How does a bro look like? Yeah, we can hear you. You can hear Puneet, right? No? Okay, just pass on the mic. Puneet, so how does a bro look like?
Well, in Bangalore, a bro is anyone and everyone.
Okay.
The auto driver calls me bro, and
Okay.
I call my colleagues bro.
Lovely.
And even my lady colleagues end up calling.
So that's in
everyone
Bangalore. Okay, Preeti, where are you from?
Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad. How does a bro look like there?
Bro looks like a pal, somebody you can trust and somebody you can just connect immediately without any hesitation.
That's deep. That's deep. Lovely. Okay. So Sachin, how does a bro look like in Mumbai? There is a bro standing outside. Can you call him and say?
Yeah, bro in Mumbai is a street smart guy. You cannot fool him. He's too smart to be fooled.
Okay, okay. Anyone else from any other city? Okay, Jayesh just came on camera. Bro, how does a bro look like in Calcutta?
Bro look like it's basically a bridge, because when you do not call a person bro at a first meeting, right? So the moment it comes to bro and you are talking to each other, it's kind of a bridge. You come closer, and definitely it's gender neutral.
Okay, bro is getting into philosophy now. So I'm going to tell you how a bro looks like. So bro looks like someone like Harish or me. You know, you have to have a beard. Okay. You have to have a tattoo, more than one tattoo. Like I have some I can show, some I can't. Right here.
Oh my God.
You need to be a biker. Okay. And you need to be a dad. Right? Just kidding. A bro looks like a bro. Okay. Bro doesn't have any definition in terms of gender agnostic. It's age agnostic. It's city agnostic, it's generation agnostic, it's qualification agnostic, it's title agnostic, it's everything agnostic. A bro is just a bro, right? So a bro is the best way of building connection with someone. And we will talk more about how do we become good bros, right? In today's meeting, right? So what will we learn? We'll learn how to trust each other, bro. Right, bro? Okay? Sanjay?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah, good.
Lovely. Okay. So that's our general evaluator. I'm keeping him happy from the word go. So before we get started, let us call our first bro in the meeting, which is Toastmaster Esha, who is our joke master for today. So Esha, the stage is all yours.
Yeah.
And before Esha gets started, everyone please know in the Gabbys, we excel at cracking bad jokes. If you don't want to laugh at our jokes, that's your loss. Thank you. Over to you, Esha.
Thank you, bro Sourav, bro Toastmaster Sourav. So I'll be sharing some jokes which I've borrowed, but hopefully this is to ease the humor is best way to break the ice. So here goes nothing. So what did one wall say to the other? Does anyone want to guess?
What did?
One wall say to the other.
Hit me, bro.
No, I'll see you in the next. I'll meet you in the corner. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Okay, this is a nice one. What do you call an alligator in a vest?
Investigator.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was like bang on. Then after that, what did the golfer? Why did the golfer bring two pairs of pants? Okay, in case he got a hole in one of them. So then, okay, why did the chicken join a band?
Why did what?
Why did the chicken join a band? Because it had drumsticks. Okay. In any case, why did the scarecrow win an award?
He was outstanding in his field.
Yeah, that's so good. Like you're absolutely hitting it on the nail.
I use the same chat GPT and same word.
Yeah. Okay. What did one ocean say to the other? Nancy.
Yeah, repeat that, please.
What did one ocean say to the other ocean?
He waved.
Yeah. That's oh my God. Okay. This is an easy one. What did the matchbook? Why did the matchbook look so sad?
It had a lot of problems, maybe.
Yeah. Oh my. I know the audience is very active today. Okay. Then, why did the biceps fall over?
What fell over?
Bicycle. Why did it fall over? I'm so sorry.
Why did the bicycle fall over?
Yeah. It was too tired. That's why. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. So, have a great day. I hope I made you laugh.
These were good, actually.
I was extremely worried if at the end of this session we will lose half of the people who have joined us as guests, but good to see that none of you left. If you could stay through the jokes of Isha, then you can stay through the rest of the meeting. So trust me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we do it in the Gabbys. We throw people under the bus and then we don't even appreciate them for coming out alive. Okay, with this, we are going to get started with today's meeting. So, what is this entire concept of just trust me, bro? You know, almost 90% of Toastmasters totally fail when it comes to cracking humor. How do I know? Trust me, bro. Right? 85% of Toastmaster Club meetings never start on time. How do I know? Trust me, bro. Okay. Preeti attends at least one meeting every single day. How do I know?
We have trust in you, bro.
Yeah, you got that, bro. Okay. So that's how it works. In today's world, people don't ask for evidences, they don't ask for sources. They just throw something and then they're like, how do you know? Trust me, bro. Now, this is something that you're witnessing today. I come from a city which excels in trust me, bro. So if you go to Calcutta, Jayesh, you can come on camera and nod affirmative or negative if you agree with me or not. If you come to Calcutta, if you come to Calcutta, any tea stall you go, you will find one economist, one historian, one politician, one geophysicist, one astrophysicist, one astronomer, one astrologer sitting right there. An astronaut also. The only thing is that they have never done anything that they're talking about. But the confidence with which we will say, whether it's about India's GDP, whether it's about, Pakistan policy, whether it's about any damn thing on the world, it all comes from confidence, right? So you just have to say any bullshit with a lot of confidence. So let's start hearing some of the things that you have heard. So, Jayesh, why don't you talk about something to start with? Any Trust Me Bro story from Calcutta that you have heard in any of these tea stalls?
Yeah, it's a part of North Calcutta, and I was just roaming around near the bank of Ganga, the river, and exactly right the way you have described, like few of the tea stalls, rows of tea stalls there, and I've heard so many ghost stories that midnight they roam around, and there was a old house. So Calcutta is full of old houses, and old houses I mean like 200 and 300 years old houses, and one of the house is actually famous for as a it's called Doll House. You guys can look it up, and it's a word of mouth that there are so many ghosts. There was a the owner of the house used to kill people and bury people on the wall, and the story still prevails. It's a ghostly story. And finally, while roaming around the narrow streets of Calcutta, that area, I actually arrived at the doorstep of that house, and it's clearly written that please do not believe anything. There is no ghost inside because the property value went down. True story. But yeah, it's there. All the stories are there. You sit in any tea stall, order a tea, and enjoy those stories of ghost stories of North Calcutta. So yeah, it's there. It's pretty much evident. Nobody has seen a ghost. There is no data, but the story prevails.
Lovely, lovely. And like such Trust Me Bro stories can be around politics, can be around anything for that matter. So anyone else would want to talk about a Trust Me Bro story that they have heard? Someone just fake out in front of you. You know this guy was just faking, but you were like, okay, I just have to make him feel that I trust him, bro. Anyone else has a story like that? I'll come to you, Nancy, in a while. Any of the online guests? Any of your Trust Me Bro story when you knew the person in front of you is absolutely BSing, but you just did not want to call it out on his face because we trust you, bro.
When we want to accommodate somebody.
No, I want a story. If we don't have any other story from online, then we'll take one story from Nancy. Nancy has a story. Yeah, Nancy, a Trust Me Bro story.
Okay, so this was around the time I was interning. There were two guys in my batch. We were a batch of close to 50 people. During that time, we used to have a lot of sessions, and one day, somehow the trainer from the company didn't come, and we got some half an hour, 45 minutes in between. That was the time of 2014. Politics was at its peak, and there were new parties coming in. That time, one of the guys, he was a Haryanvi, and the other was from Himachal. So one was in favor of one party, the new party, and the other one was in favor of the older party, which was about to come. And it was election day, votes were being counted. It votes and everything was happening in one side of the world, but both of them, they started fighting. They started talking about the facts and figures that they know are true about their political party, the one they are supporting. It was just a verbal spat. They're like, you don't know this, ये पार्टी ने ये किया है, no तुम्हें नहीं पता ये पार्टी ने वो किया है. And they're like, no, look at this source, look at that source. There was no source coming up, nothing was coming up at all. They were just talking and talking and talking, and eventually they started fist fighting with each other. And later on, one of them was my close friend. I asked him, I said, where are the sources? He said, no, I just needed to prove him wrong. So there was a huge fight about the political parties they were not belonging to. It was just them proving their points to each other, eventually, just showing the other person that they know better.
Lovely, lovely. So we are going to practice more such Trust Me Bro simulations today. But before that, let me get started with the meeting. Even in the course of the meeting, each role taker will get a chance to do the Trust Me Bro act. How? I am not going to introduce you. You are going to introduce yourself. But when you introduce yourself, half of what you say should be total crap. Okay, like for example, if I am coming to introduce myself, I'll say something like this: Hey, I am Sourav Dutta. I'm the ex-Prime Minister of India. Right now, I'm the Chief Minister of Karnataka. I got some free time because, as you know, I just suspended a bunch of my police officers for the stampede that happened, and now I need a place to hide. So I'm coming and hiding in the Gabbys meeting, and that's how I am the presiding officer in today's meeting. Right. So that's my introduction. So as you know, all of this is crap. So we want introduction as BS as this coming from every single role taker. If you want, you can add one line of truth in that. It is our job to fish out what was the truth in the entire life. Right? So before we call the first role taker, let me explain the structure of the meeting for the benefit of those who have not attended a Toastmaster Club meeting before. So in Toastmaster, we practice prepared speeches, evaluations, impromptu speeches. So in the first section of the meeting, we have got prepared speeches where the speakers have prepared their speeches in advance based on a learning management system, which we call the Toastmaster pathways. The speeches that they delivered here are a part of the project from the Toastmaster pathways with very clear guidelines. In the second section of the meeting, we practice impromptu speeches where the speeches have not been prepared in advance. There is a table topic master who comes here and gives out the topic right here, right now. And those topics are addressed by the speakers in 2 minutes of time. That's the maximum that we give. And in the third section, there is an evaluation that happens of all the speakers, all the role takers, the entire meeting. And there is one person who heads this entire endeavor around evaluation, and that is the role of a general evaluator. So let me now invite our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. Now, as I said, Sanjay will be giving his introduction, half of which, or more than half of which, would not be true. So it is your job to find out what is the truth in all the nonsense that he will talk to you. Sanjay, all the best.
Thank you, sir. A very good morning to all.
Good morning.
As a general evaluator, I will introduce myself. I was a finance minister working with Sourav as he was the ex-prime minister. And we had introduced a lot of new tax structures like the GST, the income tax, and all that, which are benefiting you all people. Today, why? Because of this, we are all safe in this country. Now we can say ourselves as a developed country. Why? Because we have brought in and manufactured BrahMos, missile, and things like that. So with this, I would introduce myself as a real. I am a chartered accountant by qualification, and I like playing cricket and football and things like that. Before calling upon my team as a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the whole meeting from the start to the end. For this, I have a competent team, which is called a TAGL team. The T stands for the timer, A stands for the R counter, G stands for the Grammarian, and L stands for listener. Now, first, I will be calling upon the timer. Before calling him, I would introduce himself, or he would like to introduce himself.
He will introduce again with a lot of crap.
Okay. He has completed his Bachelor of Computer Application. He has studied in Sri Krishna Ashriya. Okay. Yeah. He will introduce himself. Okay. I'll call upon Arun to introduce himself and introduce his role. Yeah.
Again, introduction should be trust me, bro.
Yeah, I'll give.
All the role takers are requested to keep a crappy introduction ready.
Even the speakers?
Even the speakers.
Myself, Arun Kumar. I done my BCA. I'm doing my internship in France. Okay, as a chartered accountant. Today I am the timer of the day. We have 5 speakers. Only one speaker are going to be speaking. Okay, they have 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes I'll be showing green card, and the 6th minute I'll be showing yellowish card, and 7th minute I'll be showing red card. 30 seconds will be grace. If beyond that, you will be disqualified. And we have speech evaluator. They have 2 to 3 minutes. At the 2 minutes, I'll be showing yellow card, and 2 minutes 30 seconds I'll be showing yellow card, and 3rd minute I'll be showing red card. Even evaluator has the 30 seconds grace point. If you beyond that, you will be disqualified. And we have table topic speakers randomly pick. They have 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute I'll be showing green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds I'll be showing yellow card, and 2 minutes I'll be showing red card. Even the table topics has 30 seconds grace point, in the sense great minutes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Arun, for introducing your role. Next, I will call upon Ashwini to introduce herself and her role. Yeah.
Great. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Ashwini. I can say I live in a jungle where my house is in between so many trees, and I get excited every day to come out and look at the jungle. So, yeah, that was a bad introduction. I know that. Okay. Anyway, apart from that, as coming to my role, I'll be the accounter for today. My role is to listen carefully and note any filler words or sounds used during the meeting. Uh, the filler words are like ha, hum, so, like, and any repetitive words. And these words are natural, and we all know that. But using them often can distract from your original message. So try to use less filler words. So I'll share my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. With that, over to you, general evaluator. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ashwini. Now I will be calling upon Grammarian. Preeti, can you introduce yourself?
I come all the way from Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister's city. You know, last night I was talking with him, and I asked him, what is the secret of your conversations that hold the audience? And he said, I am a proud member of Toastmasters. And I said, really? Which is your favorite club? And he said, Gabbys. And he told me to attend this meeting. That's why I'm here with you, friends. With that, let me bring up something about myself. Narendra Modi asked me, who are you? And I told him, well, Gabbys know me, but for your sake, I'll tell you who I am. I'm a senior manager in an IT MNC. I take care of global trainings, and Mr. Prime Minister said, no matter whatever you do, go tomorrow to Gabbys Club and become a grammarian. So here I am to introduce the grammarian's word of the day. Well, you may say, well, is it a word of the day? And my answer is yes. This is the word of the day, bluff master. This is not in the formal dictionary. The formal dictionary would say bluff is the word of, but it is in the form of noun as well as verb. But we would say bluff master, which is not in a formal dictionary, but still it is used very actively in public speaking and in conversational speaking. So let's know public speaking is all about talking the language of the people, and language of the people uses this a lot to charm people with their own humorous styles, like what our Toastmaster of the day is doing. So let's become bluff masters today, and I'll take a note of the words that you use, the good and not so good usage, and we would all applause virtually to appreciate your efforts to remember the word of the day and inculcate them in your speeches. I'll bring you the report at the end of the session. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti. Now I will call upon the listener, Malathi, Toastmaster Malathi. Please introduce yourself.
I'm your listener for today.
People can hear you also. Mic.
Yeah, I'm your listener for today, and you can trust me because I'm the president of US, and I'm the one who stopped the ceasefire between US and India and Pakistan. And you know that I am very important in this room. So, trust me, bro. It's true. And I have a PhD in nodding and an honorary degree in making eye contact. So, if you, as you share your speeches today, rest assured, I'll be listening with you, with the most trustworthy and yours in the business. So, if you say the sky is green, I'll nod and say, trust me, bro, I saw it too. So, let's get ready for a session where trust is high and facts are flexible and fun is guaranteed. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Malathi. Now we are graduating to the bluff master thing. So today it is a theme that we can bluff anything and get out of it. So I will call upon our Toastmaster of the day to take on the meeting.
Okay, lovely. So before we get started with the prepared speeches, we'll play a small game. Okay. So one online, one offline. We will again continue the game. This one. So people online, who do I pick? Someone on camera. Okay, Mary. Pick up
Saying,
something.
don't pick me.
I just did. Yeah. Pick up something that's nearby. Anything that you find nearby.
Phone.
Show me.
Phone.
Okay. So what you need to do is you need to sell us this phone in the most outrageous way possible. Like, for example, if I have to sell my helmet, I will say something like this. You see this helmet? This is no ordinary helmet. This is the helmet that Sunita Williams wore in space. Yes, I'm not kidding you. This is the same helmet. How did I get it? When Sunita Williams was landing, she was slightly overweight. She was asked to dispose of something, so she threw the helmet. And as luck would have it, I was at that point of time standing on my terrace and I could see the helmet coming and landing in my lap. And that's how I got this helmet. So guys, if you want this helmet, please do contact me. It's only $1 billion US. Thank you. So like that, I would want your phone to be sold in the most outrageous way possible.
The phone is very close to me, so I don't want to actually sell it, but still, in the interest of the Bluff Master, I definitely would give it a try to pitch in with all of you folks here today. This phone, do you see something special about this phone? I know that I have my background.
Yeah, we can't see the phone sometimes. It's partly invisible.
Let me.
That's a specialty, Sourav.
Yeah.
2 hearts and a smiley.
Yes.
Matches the nail paint.
What does it denote for you with a smiley and 2 hearts?
It can actually live with 2 hearts. 2 hearts that are beating.
Interesting. Anything else? It is me, 1 heart, and another heart is my spouse, my husband, and that smiley is our little daughter. This is what the narration my daughter gave after she stuck this on my phone. And instead of getting furious, usually which I do, I was happy about the way how she narrated this. So this phone is an invaluable phone for me. It can be the casing. And I'm sure all of you would love to have a beautiful soul and a beautiful, impure phone itself, which we always confirm and say that the baddest gadget that we have ever found is the phone. But this one, I happily carry it around with me as a positive affirmation. This is a beautiful creation that I have with me. Do you have this kind of a beautiful creation with you? If not, you have a chance to own this. This was also the phone which was held by Mrs. Karnataka 2025. Do you want to own this? I'm not going to price it. You can quote a price for yourself. What do you think it is fit? All yours. The auctions are open.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You sell so well that someone here said 10 rupees. God bless you. Okay.
Even that
So,
matters. Thank you.
okay. We are going to move to someone in the room. Grab anything in front of you that you want. Who wants to go for this? Neeta ma'am. Grab. आपके पास कुछ भी है मैगजीन ले लीजिए ये सोल्ड कर दीजिए बट हाँ मतलब एकदम बकवास से सेल करना है मैडम
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Today I have something special which you'll not get anywhere. And that I was just observing. And that valuable things, it costs a lot. So you can purchase this and it is very valuable. What you can
to show it here.
Yes. So this is, you know that 3 clubs, all the inside, all the details is given in this. And if you want to get awards, and from District 92, you can get this. You get all the ideas how to win, how to handle the club, and how to go to the highest your club. Here we have 3 clubs in detail. You can make 5 clubs. So what you are waiting for? Can anyone wants to buy this book? It's very interesting. And with colorful pictures and colorful ideas. Yes, it's an auction. Tell fast how much you are going to ready to buy, how much you are ready to pay. 10 rupees. 10 rupees. This value is a lot because all the hard work of each member, which you will not get again. So that valuable thing is it has a value, but no rupees. We can't count, it's countless. So please, anyone is interested, reach out to me. I will go to you. Okay, thank you.
Anyone who didn't get the award can get the award booklet.
Okay, who has the mic?
You have the mic.
Yeah, lovely. So we are going to move on with the prepared speeches now. I think you got the idea. We are going to continue with this. We'll have more. So anyone who wants to volunteer after this, keep your speech ready. The ask is very simple. You have to say a very short tall tale of 1 minute or 1 to 2 minutes, whatever you want, to sell something of your choice that you have in front of you. That's all that you need to do, right? So with this, let me now move on to the prepared speech section. So our first speaker for today is our presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. And before I invite her, I will be giving out the speech objective. So she's doing something, I don't know how many of you are aware that in Pathways, there is something called the generic speech, where you can give a generic speech without a defined purpose. So it is not related to one particular path and not related to any level as well. So anyone can actually do this speech. So it is called the generic speech. The purpose is stated like this. The purpose of this speech is defined by the member. The member may present a well-organized, well-supported speech on any topic. That's the only requirement. The member completing this speech may be presenting on any topic. He or she may be speaking to fulfill a Pathways project or about a topic outside of the Pathways learning experience as well. In this speech, the member will present a well-organized, well-delivered speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, any style the member chooses. The speech content and style should work well together. The speech should not be a report on the content of any Pathways project. That's the only requirement. So in fact, in terms of the criteria, the only interesting criteria here, additional criteria, is it should be a well-supported speech. So the objective of the speech should be well-supported. The person evaluating the speaker today is Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. Sravan, please acknowledge your presence. I see you're there, but are you mentally and physically present? Both? Okay, good. Yeah. Thank you so much. And with this, I'm now going to invite our first speaker. So the speaker introduction I'll give. I don't want to put the speaker under stress. So here you go. Our speaker for today is distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. She is considered to be one of the best speakers of the world. In fact, she has gone on so many stages, including the Miss Universe, Miss World stages, and she has given speeches there as well. The only problem with her speeches is when she speaks, nobody listens. Please welcome our first speaker for today, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, with the speech title, The Recipe. The Recipe, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy.
Am I audible, visible? How many of you have attempted a speech ever? Raise of hands. Okay. How many of you, amongst you, have attempted a speech at a contest? 1, 2, club contest. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay. How many of you have attempted a speech at anywhere beyond club contest? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, still a couple of people. Now, all of you who are raising your hands till the last would know that there's a recipe to a speech when you are preparing for contest beyond club level. You have a recipe for club level speeches, and then you have recipe for club level contest speeches, and then you have a recipe for speeches beyond club level. This I got to know after clearing my area level. So my recipe for the speech was to identify a few steps and then follow those steps. The first step was find out what has gone the most saddest part in my life. The first step. I found out what went really bad in my life. I thought, okay, this is something that I'll talk about. I started working on that. I framed a story. I put together the content. There was a message. I created a message out of my mess. And then the speech was ready. That's what I felt. No, it was not. Because I was missing the second step. The second step after you write your speech is add humor to it. Do you agree? Do we need humor in a speech? But how do you add humor in the saddest speech ever? Anyone? Have you tried adding humor to your sad speeches? Raise of hands.
Yes.
Yeah, we all do that. Some of us do that because this is what we have heard. I tried adding humor. My humor was not enough, so I started going around the town and started practicing humor. For practicing humor, I picked up engaging humor path and started delivering engaging speeches with the humor. Step on step, I went ahead and then realized that come what may, the audience was this dead. No response from the audience at all. Everyone is looking at me so seriously that I'm going to deliver something very sincere and very serious, even though I'm trying my hard luck at humor. Same happened in contest. Well, I added humor to my speech and went ahead. That was the second step. Then I realized that, okay, sad part is done, humor is done. What is missing? You need to add a lot of drama to it. You need to exaggerate your speech. You can't simply say, oh, I met with an accident. Nobody pays a dime for an accident. You need to exaggerate it to a level that accident feels like your near-death experience. Isn't that? I added a lot of drama to my speech, and finally, my speech was ready. I went ahead with full confidence, delivered the speech at division level, and after delivering the speech, I was fully ready to know that I have won the contest. The ones who are laughing at me know the contest results. I was not even in top 3. I'm still not in top 3. That's the result I'm coming back home with. This is how I was preparing my contest speeches until the day I went to Kolkata. Kolkata, District 124, Toastmasters Conference. For the ones who are yawning like Toastmaster Samhita at my speech, I can understand. I can. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, Toastmaster Samhita, for being a part of my speech. Well, coming to the recipe of my speech, until I reached Kolkata and heard a world-class speaker, Craig Valentine. That's when I got to know, first thing first, are you looking for the saddest part of your life? Look for a conflict. Conflict that made you realize something. A conflict could be a conversation between you and your own self. A conflict could be a conversation between you and your father, where you had a fight and you realized that, okay, this was not worth it. So it doesn't have to be a near death experience. Second, the thing that I learned from him was, what's worse than having no humor? Forced humor. For all of you who were raising hands, please realize, don't force humor to your speech. Make it as natural as Toastmaster Samhita yawning. It should just flow with the speech. So don't force your humor. If it's coming, it's coming. And the third thing that I learned from him was, you don't need to exaggerate your speech. You need to explain the storyline. Make people understand. Walk them along with you. With these learnings from that conference, I realized where I was lacking. Losing at a contest is not always about, oh my God, the judges were unfair. Oh my God, probably they were, all the world is all hitting at me altogether. Losing at a contest is a wake-up call for you to also realize where are you lacking. So you start looking for answers. When I started looking for answers, I got my answers in Craig Valentine, the WCPS. And that's the reason I'm coming forward and sharing my answers with you, the ones that I am going to implement in my upcoming speeches. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much.
Where's my mic?
Okay, so we are going to move on to the second speaker. But before I call the second speaker, let me introduce the second speaker. Before introducing the second speaker, actually, let me read out the project guidelines of the second speaker. So just give me 1 second. It is understanding your communication style, right? Mary, is that the right one? Okay. Okay. And this is from which path, Mary?
Motivational strategies.
Motivational strategies. Okay, so our second speaker for today is attempting the project understanding your communication style. In this particular project, the speaker is actually practicing, has actually taken a quiz in which they have understood what is their communication style, and they have used this particular knowledge to draft a speech to talk about their communication style or talk about communication styles in general. So both the options are available for this particular speech. Now, Mary, I don't have your speech title. Would you want to share it with me?
Speech title is Style.
Style.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Okay, so you just heard the speech title. It is Style. And but before we go to the speech title and the speech, let me first check with the evaluator if he's present. Jainer and Suresh.
Yeah,
See him
I'm
in
present,
person,
Sourav.
mentally
You
and
want me to
physically
give the
present, right?
introduction? Yeah, sorry, what?
No, let me do the honors. So let me now introduce the speaker. So the speaker today is Mary. Yes, she is the same Mary who had a little lamb, right? So yeah, so you have now finally met her. This is the same Mary that you have been reading about in your nursery rhymes, right? You remember, right? Mary had a little lamb.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, can you just recite it for us?
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little.
Yes, this is the Mary that we have here. So please welcome Mary, the same Mary who had a little lamb, with her speech style. Mary De Silva, style, Mary De Silva. Over to you, Mary.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I'm not seeing the timer, so if somebody can pin the timer, that would be great. Or the timer can come in front or somewhere. Not sure who is the timer.
1 second, I'm pinning the timer for you.
Am I good to start? I don't see the timer still. Yeah, I can see some. Yeah,
Yes, please go on.
I hope my audio and video is good.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Let me get started. He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. One can't truly understand others if you are not aware about your own biases and limitation. I'm not bluffing, bro. This is perfectly something that I have learned over time. You need to understand yourself before you start understanding others, or rather, you would understand others only when you start understanding yourself. Today, I'm here to share with you some of the communication styles that I've seen. Probably you can also Google and you can find that there are 3 or 4 communication style which is defined. But it's not about all defining. It's about what is for you, which goes with your style, which matches with your personality and behaviors. Today, let me just brush upon. There are 4 communication styles, which is passive. Passive, do you know anyone want to take a pitch on what is passive? Passive communication style? You want to give it a try? Usually, like how you are doing right now, you are hesitant. Somebody is hesitant to share their opinions or the feelings. You are keeping to yourself. Maybe you know the answer, but you're not keeping it out to the public. Passive ones are like that. They just there physically present, but they do not share anything further. And that is passive. Yeah, they're not taking any action. Aggressive is another style of communication. They are direct. They're straight to the point, but they are forcing someone or the other. They'll force their thoughts and plans and actions right to the others. Their needs are important than anyone else's. So they keep themselves on the forefront. The next one, I forgot to tell one thing. The passive one when I said, and the aggressive I said. So I'll tell you a secret. This two matches very well with my previous 2 managers. Their communication style, their leadership style, just the same. They don't care about what we say as employee or the teammates, which I think it's not a good, in my opinion, strategy to follow as a leader. Going ahead with the next one, it's passive and aggressive. This is a good combination. Anyone wants to chime in for this one? Now that I've explained passive and aggressive.
It's assertive. It's assertive communication where you are direct but also being respectful to the person you're conversing with.
I think
Kind
passive
of.
aggressive has to do with a sarcasm, like you're disappointed but you don't want to express it directly.
Bingo. You have passive and aggressive kind of a person who is in front of you. Their style of communication is like that. You can notice for sure they will always express their negative feelings indirectly through sarcasm, like he rightly pointed. I did not get his name. It can actually, if it is my teammate, it can actually create a bad experience or it will have an impact on my productivity as well. So this is like a neutral ones. Let them remain in their own seats, engage them as and when it is needed so that you can avoid those kind of situations. The last one is my favorite, and that is something that I believe I am part of or I belong to that category. Something the previous Toastmaster said, assertive. They express what they want, what their needs, their opinions directly. They also give due respect to others while they put forward their opinions. They acknowledge others' opinions and facts, whatever is there. At the same time, they will also acknowledge the same, and then they move ahead with their points too. So there might be a consensus somewhere. I'm not bluffing this. I have seen this and I have practiced it as well in my team. In a team, there would be 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, how much ever it is. It's very important you foster a culture of trust, and it should actually improve the communication between the team, which will increase the productivity. And I am more positive and I stand for myself and for others as I talk. Respect is what I underline in every walk, every talk that I do. I don't fumble to say what I want. I don't hesitate. Fairness is the key. And my communication style is more about being fair, being the authentic you, be logic, at the same time, listen to others, give a chance for others also to bring in their point of view. When you create that kind of an environment, it's a win-win situation for you and for me too. And that is what I believe it's one of my communication style. And recently, when we completed our Toastmaster meeting in our club, somebody said, I want to take feedback from you. And I give him the feedback that I felt about his role taking. And he said, you know what? When I took up this role before you take assuming this role, I had done this. And I felt like I was just dragging myself just to finish the term. But I see that you are thriving. And I felt boosted. So when I give my fair opinion to somebody, I also get that kind of a respectful opinion or the feedback back to me. To summarize, my style has been open, fair, connecting, and collaborating. That has helped me paying attention to detail as well and acknowledging each and every point, which helps me to hold a team together. So, with this, I go ahead and hand over the session to you. I hope you liked my style. What's up, bro? Did you really like it? Thank you.
Yes, we really liked it. We liked the speeches of both the speakers. Thank you so much for the wonderful speeches today. We are now going to go on a short break and we're going to come back in 5 minutes. So it's 11:03 now, and 11:08 is when we will all come back. So till then, please take a quick refreshing break and we'll be back with the table topic sessions and the evaluation.
जितने भी चीर फाड़ आर्टिस्ट हुए ना आज तक, सबके सब भूखे फक्कड़ बीट चुरा के फिर उसी भूख की कहानी बना के बोले, फिर जाके कुछ उखाड़े। बस ये तो तेरे अंदर की सच्ची कहानी, तेरे अंदर का लाभा फटके बाहर आन दे।
उठ जा अपनी राख से, तू उड़ जा अब तलाश में, परवाज देख परवाने की, आसमां भी सर उठाएगा, आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा, मेरे जैसा शाना लाला तुझे ना मिल पाएगा, ये शब्दों का ज्वाला मेरी बेड़ियां।
Okay, can I have a few people on camera so that I know that I am not speaking to black screens? A few more people, can you be back on camera so that we know that we are back? Will we get started? Okay, lovely. Thank you so much, guys, for being back on time. So we are going to get started with the meeting. So it's 11:08. So are we ready? Did some of you get some of those pieces on which you would want to sell to us with your tall tales? Okay, I see AJ. She has got something. Is this you, Poonam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see Sachin also raising his hand. Sachin will come back to you. Mumbai वाले से बेचना जानते हैं, हमको पता है. So we'll start with that to a CA, right? So his job is to not only sell but also protect those who sell, right? So before we go to Sachin, we are going to start with Poonam. So Poonam is from Nepal. So she has made at least 2-3 treks, of the Everest, 2-3 times. Last time I called her, she called me from Mount Everest. So that's Poonam for you. Poonam, all yours. Please sell whatever you want to sell.
So this is correct. Okay. I am a spendthrift. I love to splurge out money on things. On the flip side, my husband, he is a cheapskate. He is like tight-fisted person. He's always in the shoestring budget. Believe me. Whenever I ask him for something, he says, Poonam, currently I'm a bit strapped for the money. I was furious every time to hear this. One day, I told everything to my mother. And you know what she did? She gave me this. She gave me this. Believe me, the day I gave this to him, from the very next day, he said, Poonam, go, shop till you drop. And this is the magic this purse wallet does to me. Who wants this purse? This is not an ordinary purse. This is a magic purse. Believe me, guys. Anyone?
We marry people now.
No one. From Gabbys. Seriously, lady?
Puneet wants it for 10 rupees.
I'm not going to give it anyway. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. I don't know what is this with 10 rupees. In my house also, there is a bro. Her name is Tinni Bro. Okay, so Tinni Bro is my daughter. Okay, so she has saved my name on her phone as Papa Bro. Okay, and her mom's name as Mom Bro. Her Nani's name as Nani Bro. Right, so everyone in this world is a bro for her. So Tinni Bro, for everything she pays only 10 rupees. Whatever you want to sell, whatever you want to buy, she only pays 10 rupees. So I think you guys are seriously influenced by her. So we'll come to you, Sravan. But before that, Sachin wanted to give it a try. Sachin, what do you want to sell?
Guys and girls, do you see this? You know what is this? This is Vaseline. I know how did I get it. I went to Siddhi Vinayak temple one day, and in the queue, Deepika Padukone was standing there. And it was the month, it was winter, and my face was dry. She took out this Vaseline and gave it to me. Said, put it on your face, and you'll look as beautiful as me. So, guys, this Vaseline really works well. And whenever I put it on my face, I glow like Deepika Padukone. So now I give you a chance to buy this. The price is just 2 crore, but I'll give you 90% discount, 20 lakh. 20 lakh is the price. And one more thing, I will arrange a visit to Deepika Padukone also. So please buy it. and also get a chance to visit and meet Deepika Padukone.
Did you also get cheated by Ranbir?
Ashwini, you wanted it, right? I can see that look on your face. No? Okay. Okay, so we are going to move on now to you want to buy?
2 lakhs.
Okay.
He said 2 lakhs.
2 lakhs. Okay. So so no buyers there, but I think we can have a big round of applause for all of us for trying to sell through tall tales. Now let me introduce the table topic master for today. The table topic master for today. No, I will introduce him. The table topic master of today has a few names on his contact list, on his speed dial. Kalin Bhai, Munna. How many of you can relate with these names? You can't. Kalin Bhai, Munna, Dada, right?
All the
So he
gangster
comes from
series.
the land.
I said all the gangster series.
Yes, he comes from the land of Mirzapur, right? So he is the one, the motivation. So if you have seen Munna on stage and you have always wondered who was the motivation behind this character, how did they think of someone so dangerous, someone so lethal, someone so ruthless? It was this man. It was this man. This is the man that they had in mind when they scripted that character. So let me introduce to you the table topic master for today, the very daring, the very dashing, and the very dangerous Toastmaster Prasang Mani. Now don't get disappointed.
I know it is coming.
Talking for others.
So I get that.
We were expecting Munna.
Okay, thanks, Toastmaster with the GTM Sourav Dutta, for introducing me in such a good way. Even though I get that a lot because there's a scene in the movie Mirzapur that where some women are like firing the guns, and that is from my city, Azamgarh. So people ask me like, "Oh, in your city, women fire the gun." So I get that a lot. But yeah, nice. So I would like to welcome everyone to the table topic section, and I'm the table topic master. In table topic section, I will give you an impromptu topic, and you have to speak on that topic on a spot for 2 minutes. And while speaking, it may be possible that you're not aware about the topic and not having the real content. So you can become the bluff master and bluff about the topic. You can create your own story and speak on the topic. Right? So since let me mention the timing also for the table topic. The timing is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, timer will show you the green card. At 1.5 minutes, timer will show you the yellow card, and 2 minutes, timer will show you the red card. You will also get a 30-second grace period, so you can finish your speech within 2 minutes 30 seconds. Since I've finished the introduction, now can I have a raise of hands for people who want to take part? Since I'm the Kalin Bhaiya, please don't force me to take somebody's name. Please volunteer.
I can.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have anybody from? Yeah, Haris. Okay. Can we have Haris? Okay. So the Haris, the topic for you is when is it okay to break someone's trust for a greater good? When is it okay to break someone's trust for a greater good?
Table topic master, the topic is when is it okay to break someone's trust for greater good? I would say if it is for the greater good, it is always. When your aims are high, when you want to climb Mount Everest, then just forget about trivial truths which are coming and trying to be a speed breakers in your journey. So this so-called trust Don't have to waste time in spending time at it. Look at the main aim. Go for it. I would say my answer is it is always better. Look at what you want to achieve in life, where you want to go, and just march forward. Keep walking, keep growing, and you will come to your glory point soon. Had you spent time in honoring the trust, honoring the little trivial trust on the way, probably you would have wasted time. I would never ever have done it. Our first speaker today, while she was giving her examples of the myths, what she had cultivated her speaking patterns, what was that? These were the so-called truths which she had garnered. And the day she decided that I am going to trample on all this so-called truth, she will be a better speaker now. Because if you aim high, you will reach high. As they say, you have to aim to the sky so that at least you can reach the rooftop. Thank you for giving me this topic. Back to you, table tennis partner.
Thanks. Thanks for DTM Harish for your take, and definitely when it is about the greater good, you can break any trust. And for me, the greater good is when it is my personal interest, then I can break any trust for myself. Yeah. Can we have anyone from offline? Toastmaster Mohan. Okay, so the topic for you is, Toastmaster Mohan, have you ever told someone, just trust me, without having a solid plan? Have you ever told someone, just trust me, without having a solid plan?
Thank you. I never told to anyone to trust me. So the trust to build depends upon the action when there is a communication and there is a journey with someone. So if you could look into my past one of like there's shots like during travel or as during wedding somewhere I meet different strangers, but they trust me because I might be spent during travel. I will be spending just 2 days only, but during the 2 days, I build a trust just because of the like having a fun with them and whatever the past my likes and interest, and I ask to check them their interest and likes and everything. Then we connected. We took some topic and build a confidence in the topic. How can we help someone each other? How can we help to someone? That's how the audio someone is talking. Yeah. So let's see, that's how we are building the confidence. That's how the trust also will build based on the your time spending with someone, based on the like the communication you are. You can't build a trust and everything without communicating, without understanding someone, without this thing. This is a step like you can't build a trust within 1 day, 2 days. It's taken like 1 week or 1 month. So if you look in my past, one of my colleague who joined recently, it's been like slowly 1 week, but the way we conversation, we talk about the travel, movies, and everything. The slowly that's how we build the confidence and trust. Then you will start sharing all the stories and everything. That's how we build that trust.
I mean, you're a very genuine person. You never told someone that trust me without having a solid plan. But I think those who work in a corporate, like we always do this. Like so, especially in my case, whenever like I'm assigned some work and somebody is like telling me that can you complete it by tomorrow? Even I don't think about it. Like if I will ever complete or not, I just say I will do it. I will do it, and then because of that, I will end up working in the night also. So I do this a lot, and I mean that backfire me a lot also. So can we have the guest Risa? Risa, are you there? Okay. So Toastmasters Jain.
Hi.
Okay, so the topic for you is: have you ever trusted a stranger and it turned out well? Have you ever trusted a stranger and it turned out well?
Have I trusted some stranger and turned out well? No, but I do have a story where a friend of mine had trusted a stranger and it turned out extremely well for her, and she ended up alive. So there was a date she had gone to, and she had gotten a guy via Bumble, and apparently they had a late night dinner, and both of them had gone to my friend's flat. And apparently, when my friend, when she was going inside, the guy asked her if they could go out for, you know, eating something. And my friend, she was kind of tired, and she was like, no, we just had dinner, we had a long walk, why don't we just rest for the night, or maybe just watch a movie in the bedroom of mine. But when they reached, right, the guy became more hesitant. He wanted to go outside the room. He had been trying making out reasons like, you know, let's just go out, have some ice cream, or maybe just a juice or some kind of soda. But no, you know, she was kind of tired, and she pushed on staying back or resting on the bed. And then at one point, I think he became aggressive, and he's like, just trust me on this, you'll be really good. And I just need some water. And they just came outside the bedroom and they locked the bedroom. And upon like some distance from the bedroom, when they reached outside the house, it so happened that the guy that she had gone on a date with, she had whispered in her ears that I see a drunk man under your bed, which you had not seen. And that guy had a dagger in his hand. And I couldn't really say in the bedroom because it may happen that the guy may get from underneath the bed and may attack you. So that which is why I was making reasons for you to come outside the bedroom. And they had called the police, and it so happened no one knows how that guy ended up under a bed. And my friend was just expressing that she would even marry that guy because they were complete strangers and it was on the first date. And he just thought about an intelligent way to save her. So yes, that was the first time she trusted a stranger, and that gave me hope that you can trust strangers. Not everyone ends up being bad. Over to the table topics master.
Thanks, Toastmaster Jay, for such an interesting story. And I hope that you're going with the theme and it's just a bluff, not a real story, because it's a scary one. Okay. So, you know, so for me, like, I trust a stranger a lot, and it always go well because whenever I'm kind of traveling, right, I don't use a Google Map. I use try to go to a like tea store or some shop and ask for the direction, and I always get the right direction from them. So that's why I always trust them, and always goes right for me. So when we have one, yeah, Puneet, Toastmaster for you. Okay, so Toastmaster Pune, the topic for you is: who is the one person you would trust with your life? Who is the one person you would trust with your life?
Thank you. I've been very fortunate to have a support system which always has my back. And I think the most essential part of the support system, hands down, happens to be the man that has always stood behind my back. Whether I had a lot of adventurous initiatives that never went anywhere. As a kid, I wanted to become a singer, so I joined music class. I wanted to become a mathematician. I joined the abacus class. I wanted to paint. I joined painting class. And this person continued spending and investing money wherever I thought I would go and aspire to be, including Toastmasters and public speaking. So I think despite all of those initiatives going nowhere, he continues to have faith in me and continues to believe in me and my potential. And it is none other than my dad. So I think if there's one person who's always believed in me and has had faith in me, it is my dad. He is my superhero. And because of him, I am where I am today in life. Thank you, and back to the table topic master.
Thanks, Puneet, for your interesting take. And we all kind of trust our parents and our kind of relatives, siblings, right? But I think it's also interesting to not trust those who say just trust me, bro. Especially the friends. Never trust them with your life because they are always in the fun mode and they can end up playing with your life and you'll regret later. Can we have one person from the online? Jace. Jace? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the topic for you is: have you ever been betrayed after giving someone full trust? Have you ever been betrayed after giving someone full trust?
Yeah, I was a kid back then, maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I was scared of water. And the person I trust most, my dad, he said, "Well, let's go somewhere, and there will be it's kind of a water body. It's a swimming pool. You don't have to do anything because I was scared of water." And he said, "Well, you just try, and you see people who are swimming because it would be life saving." And I went with him. There was no promise that I will get into the water. He took me there Sunday morning, 7:30, and we just entered into that pool arena. And suddenly he said, like, why don't you uh, wear your swimming costume? He just bought me a swimming costume, and then he said, like, why don't you wear your swimming costume, but you don't have to get into the water. It would be just normal drill and exercise. You see people, and then you come back. I trusted him, and I did that. After that, suddenly he disappeared like this, and I was shit scared. And there are so many senior people, so many senior trainers. They dragged me into the water after 4 or 5 minutes of exercise. I was screaming out loud, and after 30 minutes of training, they took me out of water. I was damn scared. That's the first time he broke the trust. I was a little child, 5 years old. But now that I look back, I see he broke the trust, but broke the trust for the right reason. I became a certified swimmer at the age of 6, and I was never scared of water after that. And it's a life saving thing, absolutely. But not only that, right now, whenever I go near the poolside, I jump into the water, I enjoy swimming. See, he broke the trust to make sure that I enjoy something and also life saving for me. So that was the story from my end. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thanks, Toastmaster Jace. What is interesting about your story that your parents, actually your father, forced you to learn a swimming, take the risk. In my case, I remember I had kind of there is a river near my place. There's a pond, and once I was kind of drowning, and that is the only time I think I was swimming. After that, my parents never let me to go near the rivers and pond, and because of that, I could not swim now. That's the interesting. Like one, you learn because of father, and I am not able to learn the swimming because of my father. Even after having the river near my village, right? So that's the interesting part of your story. And with this, I would like to end the table topic segment, and I would like to thank all the speakers who participated and who shared their stories and made the segment successful. Thank you. And I would like to hand over the meeting to Toastmaster of the day, TTM Saurabh.
Thank you so much. Before I hand over to the general evaluator, uh, let me ask you, why did I select this theme for the meeting? Trust me, bro. Because this very apparently harmless, funny thing can actually be very, very dangerous for us. And this, in today's world, this is actually becoming dangerous. I was reading through a lot of articles about the recent episode that happened in Bangalore. A lot of you may be aware of it. 11 lives between the age of 13 and 33. People about to enter their prime and people right in their prime was lost. Not because of a natural calamity, not because of a war, but because some people called up someone and said, "Trust me, bro. I can get you a ticket inside the stadium. Trust me, bro. I know so and so person there. Come over. I will take you there. Trust me, bro." They trusted. They went there and they got stampeded and killed. And this is happening probably every day, everywhere, where we are trusting people blindly because they are saying, "Trust me, bro." Today, I want you to understand, in all this fun, all this laughter, what we understood is that people can bluff anything and get away with it if you give them the right vibes, the right confidence. If I stand here and give a few numbers, you will believe me. You will not ask me, where did I get these numbers from? What is the research? How many people did I survey? What is the basis of me saying this? You will just trust me. And you will make decisions based on that trust. We do this, right? When we are buying an OTC drug. How many of you buy an OTC drug? All of you. Right? I don't know if you know that there's a red line. If there's a red line, that drug is not supposed to be an OTC drug. It's a prescription drug. If you look at your medicine on the backside, if there's a red line strip, it's not supposed to be an OTC drug. It's a prescription drug. It should not be taken without a prescription. But what do we do when we have a stomach pain? We go and tell the pharmacist, "I have a stomach pain here." He looks at you, he looks at your stomach. He needs nothing else after that. He doesn't need an MBBS, he doesn't need an MD, he doesn't need any practice. He just looks at you and says that, "Okay, you take this medicine." Why? Trust me, bro. You go and take this medicine. 99% of times it works. But what about that 1% when it doesn't? So today I want each of us to go back with this sensitization. That "trust me, bro" can actually be very dangerous. It can cost you life, it can cost it your livelihood. So please don't trust me, bro. Rather, what I would say is, in God we trust, rest everyone must bring data. And with this, I hand over the stage to our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Sourav Dutta. Before starting my evaluation, I would call upon the evaluator of the first speaker, Sravan. Sravan, can you come on camera?
Toastmaster Sanjay, can I go next? Second
Okay,
speaker.
okay. No issue. First, we'll do the evaluation of the second speaker.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll call the Jai Narayan to introduce himself in a fashion which DTM Sourav has asked. So you can introduce yourself and start the evaluation of Mary Toastmaster.
Yeah. Good evening, good morning, everyone. You won't recognize me because I'm like a Bollywood's most invisible superstar. Trust me, bro. I've been the face behind every face. Shah Rukh Khan's romance, Ranveer's energy, and Amir's tears. All of me wearing masks for 15 years. I was so in demand that directors couldn't show my real face. But now Sanjay Leela Bansali is launching me with my original face in the next film, Bansali's Bro, The Mask Chronicles. And I'm here scouting, supporting artists based on your speaking abilities. So yes, trust me, bro, your Bollywood depends on your performance.
Yeah, you can continue here. Can you hear me? Jay? We are not able to hear you. We are trusting you. Okay, if it's take time, then we can call upon Sravan. Are you ready?
Yeah, yes, Toastmaster Sanjay, I'm ready. Can I go ahead?
Okay, yeah, you can start. Yeah,
Okay.
you
want
can
me
introduce
to?
yourself first, and then.
Yeah. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, as Sherlock Holmes once said, my mind rebels at stagnation, which is why I choose to become the master of speech evaluation today. While others hear speeches, I diagnose them, I dissect delivery, uncover hidden pauses, and expose the mystery behind every ah, I don't just evaluate, I investigate, I interrogate, and occasionally outsmart the speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Sherlock Holmes of feedback. I am Toastmaster Sravan. Today I'm going to evaluate our DTM Toastmaster Nancy's speech. Toastmaster Nancy, can you spotlight her?
Yeah, she's there in the room.
She is there. Okay. Toastmasters Nancy, you have started your speech with a question that had grabbed the attention of everybody. You have a charismatic appearance to grab the attention of the audience. That's a good part. And your voice was so gentle, and it is very easy to hear. I mean, it is very happy to hear your voice and while you're talking. That's a good side of your speech. Coming to your title of speech, the recipe. When you are naming your speech as the recipe, by default, everybody have an expectation, all the traits of recipe, like ingredients, and it should have a what kind of how to mix it, how to prepare it, and then how to serve it, what size of it. So all those things will be expected from the audience. I was scared actually while evaluating you because you have a title DTM and you are an image consultant. I'm a bit scared with the image because when there is an image, it is very difficult to evaluate. So with this expectation, because expectations are high when you have all the titles and images. So based on that, I came with a lot of expectations to learn from you. But your speech, the ingredients and the explanation was, I think, a bit missing. But more you have expressed your presence, how you have felt while delivering a speech for division level contest. It was more of an expressing your feelings rather than the title which says the recipe. If it is a speech recipe, you would have come up with the ingredients of speech and how it would be delivered, and what are all the learnings you had in the while delivering it in front of the audience, greater audience. So that is the main thing. And expectations was too high when a person like with that image coming and delivering a speech. But and finally your conclusion was very quick. I could not understand finally what was the recipe. And in between there are few distractions also. So overall your speech was uh, it was more of your expression rather than a recipe. That is what I felt, and it is so happy to hear you. That's a good part. I challenge you to relook into the your speech and then take corrective action. That's my take on this evaluation. And over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sanjay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sravan, for a evaluation. Now we will be going to the next evaluation. Jain Arun, can you take up from where you
Sure.
left?
Yeah, now we will go to the evaluation. No need of bluffs and all. Even my network won't tolerate that. Okay. So what really went? Toastmaster Mary, you had lasso on the audience right from the start. and you started with a quote, and you had enough pausing in your entire speech, so we could actually understand the emphasis even between the pauses and the silence that you had. So I that is really something that I couldn't find in people who have finished their pathways also. So you had enough pauses, which was really important. And but there's something that I wanted to highlight is your the communication styles impact on you and your communication styles impact on others. There was something was there in the objective of the speech, but it was slightly lacking, because I felt the initial part of the speech was more or less the report of the content embedded in the speech, which you could have avoided. If I were in your place, I would have started with a role play scenario having four different people, and I would have placed myself in it, and eventually built upon that to show what kind of impact I had on the others. And one other thing that you could challenge yourself is you had a kind of bias on the communication styles. There is no right or wrong kind of a communication style. It's just people's way of expressing themselves. So assertive is not like the most positive or ideal way of communication. You could still be passive and be respectful. So so you can maybe disconnect your personal opinion or bias on the communication style and keep it generic, and maybe just connect with the personal experience. So maybe you can take up the personal experience, like you said about your managers, right? You can build on top of that rather than going all over the place on different communication styles. You can take one and show what impact it had on you and connect with a personal experience, and not have an opinion on the communication style like assertive is the best one, like it's being more respectful or so. Because communication is a two-way street. You can be a passive speaker but an active listener, which is also good. So assertive is not just the only best communication style. So yes, if you were to improve yourself, these are the two things. Ensure that is not a report of the content, and try connecting it with your personal experiences.
Yeah, thank you, Jay, for a wonderful evaluation. I agree with your points, and we can give an applause to both evaluator. A big applause to them. Now I will be moving to the table topic evaluator, Sachin Jaiswal. I will call upon Sachin to introduce himself and take it forward here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay, and good morning, everyone. Uh, I am Sachin. I know I'm the one who taught Sachin Tendulkar to how to bat, and Sachin Tendulkar was so much impressed that even after hitting a century or making any record, he will definitely call me and thank me for that. And even after retirement, he called me, invited me to stay with him in Mumbai. So I'm staying with him in Mumbai. And then since he has retired, doesn't have much work, he told me there is no point to you teaching me, coaching me now. Why don't you do CA? So I did chartered accountant, and then he referred me to a government company where I became a CFO. That's all. And then one day he told me that why don't you join me in
Your voice is breaking, Sachin. Your voice is breaking, Sachin.
Toastmaster to improve your communication skills. So I joined, and that's how I'm here at Gabbys Toastmaster. So maybe it seems now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah. So I'll just start with the evaluation. First speaker was Toastmaster Harish, and the topic is when it is okay to break someone's trust for a greater good. And Toastmaster Harish, you started with a good introduction where you said that it is when you climb a Mount Everest, don't think about trivial things. And then the conclusion was also good. When you said aim for the sky so that you can reach the rooftop. But somehow I found that the body was missing, and probably you could have given an anecdote or story in the body part which would have made your speech really good. Now you some of the things where you excelled at, you spoke with a lot of clarity, hand gestures, you use hand gestures, content was good, even though the body was not that impressive. So so one area of improvement, that always try to bring a story in the body to make more, attractive your speech. Coming to speaker number 2, Toastmaster Mohan. Your topic was, have you told someone to trust me without a solid plan? And Toastmaster Mohan, you spoke about how to build a trust with a stranger with communication and spending time with them. But somehow I found that the topic you did not connect with the topic. Topic was, have you told someone to trust you without a solid plan? But you spoke about this how to build a trust with a stranger. So there was you did not the topic in the true intent. So it's always so one of the tip to speak in a table topic is just wait for a moment, think about the topic, and then start speaking. Think about the what to speak and then start speaking. So somehow I found that disconnect. Now coming to speaker number 3, Toastmaster Jay. Your topic was, have you ever trusted a stranger and it turned out well? And to appreciate Jay, you started with a story of your friend who went on a date with a stranger, and luckily that date went quite well. So you started with a good story, and we all connected with the story. The clarity was there, and you spoke with there was a eye contact, and the content was also good with the story, and you also had a vocal variety and gestures. So I don't see any areas of improvement. It was a good attempt by you, Toastmaster Jay. Now moving to speaker number 4, Toastmaster Puneet, and the topic was, who is the one person you will trust with life? And Toastmaster Puneet, you spoke about your father who is your support system, and father who believed in your abilities and invested in all your hobbies, maybe it maths, painting. So you spoke quite well about your father, and you actually connected very well with the topic, and there was a lot of clarity and lot of you spoke with a lot of confidence, and the content was good. Only thing, areas of improvement, when you were speaking, your back was towards the camera, so I could not see your hand gestures and your eye contact. So that is something which you have to take care in future. Otherwise, it was a content speech with a good content. Coming to speaker number 5, Toastmaster Jays, and your topic was, have you ever been betrayed after giving full trust? And Jays, you started with a story when your father took you to a swimming pool to teach you swimming, and then how he left you and how the trainers trained you, and then you concluded by saying that your father broke the trust, but the trust was broken for the right reason, and you eventually became a certified trainer. So overall, a very good content, Toastmaster Jayesh. Your body language was quite good. Content was good. There was vocal variety. You had a good eye contact with the audience, and 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 uh, and there was a lot of vocal variety. So overall, it was a great attempt, Toastmaster Jayesh. A good speech. With this, I conclude my evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. A big applause to him for his evaluation. Now we will call the TAGL team. I will call Arun to give his report. I would request him to come here. And you can sit also here. Camera is on, or you can on the camera. Yes, okay, then please. Yeah, faces, you're coming. Right, right. You can present a report. Share it. able to share it. Okay, you can read. You want to share it, not having the right idea. You can read the report.
Now I got.
You can switch, or we'll call the second one. Then Ashwini, Toastmaster Ashwini, can you please take it?
Yeah, so even for me, I don't have the access to. Okay, I have the access.
Please continue.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, it started sharing.
Toastmaster Sanjay? Yes. So I would like to congratulate Toastmaster DTM Arish and Toastmaster. I'm not sure if Puneet is a Toastmaster or a guest on not having any filler words. So apart from that, these are the numbers, and we had pretty good numbers. I mean the low numbers. So this is how the report looks like. So I'll be sharing the same in the chat box.
Yeah, for a wonderful. Can you share in the chat? Yeah. Okay, big applause.
Yes.
For then Sachin, can you? Yeah, no, Arun can share it. Yeah.
I shared in the chat box.
No, you share it. No, and you speak. No. You can read out the report. No? You can
We
tell.
have two prepared speeches, and Nancy ma'am and Mary both are qualified. They spoke. Nancy ma'am 7.20 seconds, 26 minutes, and Mary 7 minutes 30 seconds. And the table topics speaker, first speaker 1.39, and Mohan 1.34, and Jayarayan 2.20, and Puneet 1.15, Jayesh 2.29. All speakers are qualified, and we have one disqualification. Sravan 3.14 seconds.
40 seconds. Okay.
And Jayarayan 2.12 seconds.
Yeah, thank you, Arun, for a wonderful report. A big applause to him. Only one thing is that you can tell who is disqualified and tell others are within the time. So, yeah. Other than that, your report is very good. Then next is the grammarian. I would call.
Thank you so much, Sir GE. Can I share my screen? Is it allowed? Do I have the rights?
Yeah, you can share. You will be having sharing rights.
Okay. So I'll quickly refer to this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we are able to see your screen.
Okay, I'll make it a little larger. So number of times the word of the day was used is a total of 8 times. Starting with the role player who was the listener of the day, used it as bluff master. Sorry, it is 2 here. So my mistake, it is 9. So pretty much well. And especially it was used in the first half of the meeting. So once it was used from the camera which says audience as bluff master, somebody spoke from there, so I do not know. Mary is the person who used the maximum number of times. I have used both, I've counted both bluff master and bluffing and bluff and so on. So in different ways she has used it. Table topic master has used the word bluff master and bluff. So this is second time, so counted this. Jay Narayan has used it, no need to bluff. So in another way, in a negative, I mean with a no usage, which is a very different usage than what we've been talking about bluff master, but I'm not a bluff master, something like that. So nice, different ways of using the word. Thank you so much, everybody who has used the word of the day. And here are some good usages. I heard this good triad used by the listener of the day. trust is high. So come to Gabby's club where trust is high, fun is flexible. And then there was something that I missed to hear because the audio wasn't very clear. In the last part, it went low. So something here, but it was more like a triad, this, and this. So that was nice. Recipe for the speech to identify a few steps. So I like the fact that we're talking about recipe, speech, and the ingredients of speech, like a recipe, which is very nicely done. Respect is what I underline in every walk, every talk. So nicely said, and it was said with good confidence, and it's like a firm voice, so was very well expressed. Walk and talk being alliteration again, so nice. Being the authentic you. I like the use of the word authentic you. Is it authentic as a person, not just as an information or the source? So very nice. You're thriving, felt boosted. This is not short, it should be shop. It was shop till you drop. Nice. Truths garnered. Nice. If you aim high, you will reach high. Aim for the sky and you'll reach the rooftop. Hands down. Now, that's an informal idiom, but it is still very actively used. So I like the use of expression here, which means easily and without doubt. Hands down, it's my father. That's how it was used. In God we trust. And then what was it? Again, there was an audio loss. Second part, I could not hear it well. But the usage was different in the sense like, we do this, we do this. Normally, the sentence structure goes very monotonous in a lot of speakers. But here it was the sentence structure that I like and the message that way it came out in the Toastmaster of the Day's expression. So in God we trust, and to the rest, we just listened or something. I don't know. The next one is I diagnose them, dissect, delivery, I investigate. So there are a lot of words which were used by the evaluator one, which is diagnose, dissect, investigate, and so on. So after a few words, so it's this one is a classic example of what could be good that turned out to be slightly could be improved. If we overuse such words, so it went on in the direction of a little bit of overuse. It started very well. So this is a common thing between the good usage and something that we should avoid. That's why I kept it last. Here are the opportunities to improve. Out of joy, sometimes we do it. These are not necessarily that we do not know. I felt that sometimes we spill out some of the words in our bit of enthusiasm. So baddest gadget. I know you meant to say worst gadget in my life or whatever. Most saddest part. Again, these are very common, especially more in India, what sometimes an outsider would call as Indianism. So adjectives, and we have degrees of comparison. So, the baddest and the saddest. So saddest is fine, but most and saddest. Most is required for, syllables, 2 or more syllable words like most comfortable. But you cannot say most saddest because saddest in itself is a superlative. I said comparative, probably my mistake. Superlative degree. Saddest is superlative degree already, so most is not required. One of my communication style, again, it was a slip of tongue, I believe. The first time the speaker said, one of my communication styles. Second time the speaker said one of my communication style. One out of many. So if you're randomly using one out of some singular word, basically it should have a plural word here. So one of my communication styles. I also noticed that some of the words needed a little bit of polishing in terms of pronunciation. So the sh sound went off wrong, like introduction sounded more like introduction, and haris. So the sa and the sh distinction could be worked upon. He sometimes, I have been in Bangalore, I've stayed in Bangalore, and therefore, I've seen this is more of the southern sound when the sound when you aspirate and speak, if it is not aspirated, it sounds more like So it goes like e instead of he. So this needs a little more attention. Charismatic sounded more like charismatic. So it was not ch. I have a comment on your title of your speech. No, I have a comment on the title of your speech. Sometimes we use the pronouns which are wrong instead of articles, and that needs some attention. Because of the paucity of time, I'm not going to explain this term, but I'm sure once I draw your attention to this, you would definitely look up, and if you need any help, you can reach out to me. So I felt that the good usage is outrightly exceeded the number of opportunities where we could work on. So it was great doing on the meeting, and everybody spoke really well. Thank you for speaking the word of the day, and great job, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Preeti, for an excellent report. You can share this in the chat so that everybody can go through it.
Sure.
And next, I will call the listener, Malathi, to take the stage. Yeah. You have.
Thank you everyone for the fun-filled and engaging session. So, as a listener of the day, I have come up with a few questions to test our listening skills. So, to start with, whose masterclass that DTM Nancy attended as part of District 124 conference? She was, yeah, any public speaker. Greg Valentin.
Okay.
Then I'll go to the next one. So what is, Mary had explained her communication style. What is, okay. Can you hear me now? Yeah, okay. So what is Mary's main communication style? She was mentioning
Assertive.
about her main communication style.
Assertive.
Yeah. Fairness, authentic. Yeah. So Toastmaster Poonam was trying to sell an item. So can anyone tell what is purse? And what is Toastmaster Meeta was trying to sell?
Maxim.
Book.
And Toastmaster Jayesh, father had helped him to broke his trust on learning his swimming. But at what age he became the swimmer? And he got a
5.
certificate. 6.
Age of 5.
Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
6. I took 1 year.
5 years, sir. 5.
5 I started.
Okay, 5 years started. Okay. Yeah, a big applause to her. And now I will be going through the starting of the meeting to the end. Sajid Agam started the meeting before the 10 o'clock exactly, and it went on with the only one recommendation, little enthusiasm, but you are taken suddenly, I think so, this role. So I could agree for that, but little bit preparation would have helped you. So that is the thing. Second is that today I have learned many things from DTM's Sourav Dutta, that we can start this meeting in this fashion also and take it in a very convenient manner where everybody are participating, and this is a new learning for me. I do not know others, but how you take it forward, because we every time speak about reality and things like that, but even to learn how to tell something differently and in a polished manner, that also has to be learned in today's world. Without that, nobody will survive, because sometimes we have to tell something which should look real also, and that today we are learned, and that I am impressed by that learning. Then Toastmaster, table topic master, he has brought very simple topics, and everybody could speak and relate to themselves. So it is a very good topic, and I agree with him. And table topic evaluator also evaluated in a very well manner all the evaluation, and he has given also the recommendation and how to improve upon it, which I agree with it. Overall, I liked the meeting, and today I've learned something new. So I'm very grateful to DTM Sourav Dutta for a wonderful teaching, a live teaching, which we never learn in any of the education sections. Yeah, thank you very much. And with that, I hand over the stage. Okay, I will hand over the stage to the presiding officer, DTM Nancy Goel. Yeah.
Speech evaluation. Speech evaluations.
You haven't commented on the speech evaluation.
speech evaluation, I agree with. I already commented that I agree with Sravan. He has already given his speech, and I have to evaluate on the evaluator, and he has covered all the points which are required by the uh, uh, project and things like that. Where I have agree with him, and other is Jai Narayan. Jai Narayan also has taken. Anything you want to say? Jai Narayan also has covered all the points, so I have nothing to say about it. If there is anything, then the general evaluator gives their recommendation. But everything, if all the points are covered, then there is nothing to say about it here. Yeah, I will give it the stage to the presiding officer.
Your closing address? Okay. All right. With this, we are almost towards end of the meeting. I know we are a little over time, so I'll quickly wrap up the presiding officer's address. I don't have much to say for the woes and wows of the meeting because today I felt that there are hardly any woes from my side, from presiding officer's desk, mostly wows, and there's no point in reiterating wows. Instead, I would like to get some feedback from our guests who shared feedback in the beginning of the meeting. I'll rather come back to you and understand how did we live up to your expectations in terms of meeting quality. May I hear it from Mary? Let's start with Mary.
I not on the video. I was actually getting ready to go to the dentist. I had an appointment. He's been calling. Okay, so I'm not coming on the video. But then again, yes, it was a fantastic, I would say, meeting. The delivery was super awesome. The reason being, it was done in a way of a storytelling. The start of the meeting, I joined a few minutes late, but I could definitely connect the dots as and when he started off with the entire flow. So it was something hatke, I would say, the something little different than usual that I have seen. And I would love to be part of your meetings. Definitely, if given a choice and time, definitely this is great forum, great delivery, well organized, and superbly delivered. And I must say, everyone hats off. The kind of opinions, the kind of speech delivery, even if it is impromptu speech, the way things are molded, and hats off. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mary, for your feedback. Well, trust me, bro, it was supposed to be good only. It was DTM Sourav as our TMOD today. Well, let's hear it from Jay. Toastmaster Jay. Was there a poll dropped in the chat? We are dropping the poll in the chat just enough.
Hello.
Just give me a second. TT speaker list, can you pass on the list to him? You would have written down the name, either TTM or TT. With
Hi.
chat. Can you drop him a message, please? I think that would be convenient. Yeah. Okay. In apologies for this one. Poll scene, no, because we have hybrid audience. Those people cannot respond over polls. So we will be sharing a Google form shortly. In the meanwhile, may I hear it from Toastmaster Jay?
So yes, Nancy. I mean, this is another session. I wanted to attend in person, but it got delayed, and I had to attend it virtually. And there's always this bandwidth issue with my laptop, and I get disconnected. But overall, the session was really good, and it's something that I can definitely come on for on a Saturday. So I really love the session, and thank you, Mary, for turning up, because yesterday night when Shilpa reached out to me, I told her that I really wanted to be an evaluator, because my evaluation gets evaluated here. So I end up being a better evaluator every session I attend here. So I'm being selfish there, but I turn up for these kind of sessions because I get to hear from DTM Sourav and Nancy or if someone else on my evaluation. I get to improve eventually. So Mary is here, so I am here, and yeah, the session was really good, and it was a very unique topic, something that forced or encouraged me to think beyond the box when I'm choosing topics for my club. So yes, trust me, bro, this was a great session.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay. Jay, are you based out of Bangalore?
Yeah, I live near Manyata, which I think you can consider it's outside Bangalore.
No, that's not outside Bangalore. You're just giving us excuses for not coming towards Indiranagar. That's how I was. You can. Okay, just give me a minute. There's a technical glitch here.
It's copied.
It's copied. You want to send it to WhatsApp as well? Chat group. Okay, for people online, you can please follow this link and cast your votes for your favorite speaker, favorite role taker for today's meeting. In the meanwhile, I am just gathering a few good words and some words to improve upon our meeting quality. Let's hear it from our grammarian, Toastmaster Preeti.
Thank you so much. I joined the meeting and I was not surprised with the energy. I have always felt the energy of Gabbys in the way they write the messages to the way they execute the meetings. So thank you so much for a bundle of energy. I was truly shocked when Toastmaster of the day turned the tables right from the joy and that happy moments to twist, saying that that's why we suffered, the tragic thing. So right from that jovial environment, he turned the tables and made it thought provoking. So that was really nice, very, very interesting. So the meeting was very thought provoking, and also the speeches. Not only you took us to this recipe, but you helped us to listen to Craig Valentine, Nancy, through your speech. So thank you so much. There's a lot of learning from table topics as well. Very, very nice speeches. One thing I want to probably say from my perspective, I felt that could be slightly helpful is that if the table topics evaluation can be done soon after evaluation, after the table topics, probably it would be even more effective, because the speeches normally have time, right? Like 5 to 7 minutes. If we have only 2 minutes for table topics and then 5 to 6 people, if somebody evaluates soon after that session, maybe the general evaluator calls the table topic evaluator, probably the audience can relate even more. Okay, who spoke on this, and then that evaluation. So that was the only perspective, but that is the club's way of doing it. So nothing wrong about doing the way you do it also. It was only the audience perspective, but overall great, and I'm very happy being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Preeti. Like you said, we have changed this way a little along the way in the last 5 years, but the general Toastmasters way, I'm very well aware that this is how people are used to. So your feedback well taken. We will consider this in the next XCOM meeting. But apart from that, thank you for your kind words, and really happy to have you here, and happy to have heard your grammarian report as well. Now, let me move on to our in-person guest, all the way from BTMC, Toastmaster Puneet. Yes, quick, a few words. I must announce that you must be able to access the link now. Please cast your votes.
Hello again. I thoroughly enjoyed this meeting. Considering I come from an extremely traditional club, this was very refreshing to see how Toastmasters movement can be modeled and shaped based on the requirements and with the times. I enjoyed how smoothly everything is interacting tech-wise. I think this club is blessed by the technology gods, because there's hardly been any hiccup. There's hardly been any network lags or anything that has disrupted the meeting. The club seems very resilient that way. I really like the venue. You have the luxury of 2 ACs here, so and the coffee machine. It can't get better than that on a Saturday morning. I am very happy to be here, and I think it's a very professionally conducted international platform that is being built from Bangalore for the world. Can't get better. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yet again, a lot of nice words from our guest here. I would like to quickly move on to our members. Anyone who would like to share any feedback? Evaluator segment has been taken out because I saw one disqualification on the basis of time.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. Anyone from our audience, from our members, anyone who would like to share any highlights from today's meeting? Quickly. I'll give you 5 seconds. Then we will be moving on to the polls. Yes, Sravan, quickly.
The theme was awesome and it was engaging. Almost everybody participated. I like the theme and how Toastmaster Sourav has executed. It's exemplary.
Okay. For Sravan, it was the theme. Jayesh, what was the highlight for you?
Yeah, I was about to write that. So it's great theme, given the present scenarios and time that we live in. So, trust me, bro. And the way you guys have actually conducted the entire meeting, hats off to you guys. Learned a lot and enjoyed thoroughly.
Well, I must say, when you guys are saying you guys, I think it's all of us put together. All of us have been the part of this meeting and we are responsible for the energy of this meeting. So trust me, bro, you guys are part of this meeting too, Jayesh. Anyone who's yet to cast their votes, please cast your votes quickly. And in the meanwhile, let's hear it from Sachin. One highlight. I don't see him there. Malathi. One highlight. Energy of the meeting. Neeta.
Highlight the theme because I was unaware how to speak. So I was very
Theme. Okay. Arun. One highlight. No idea. Prasang.
Engaging.
Engaging. Mohan.
Everyone is participated.
Everyone participated. Sanjay.
I was not knowing the real meaning of trusting bro. Today I have learned.
He didn't know the real meaning of trust me, bro. Today he got to know.
We have never used this type of words.
Okay, so for him, again, the theme Sourav. One highlight. Highlight.
Me. I think the best thing was that.
For Sourav, it was me. I mean, himself.
I'm saying that, one good thing about, I don't know how it always happens, whenever they reach out to the Toastmasters fraternity for help, someone or the other comes out to help. Like yesterday, Preeti, I was not expecting that I would, at that very late hour, someone will be able to help me. But actually, I got this one from Preeti. I think the biggest highlight is the supportive community that we have. The reason we were able to do the meetings is because of Toastmasters across the world supporting us. Then today Jay joining us, and then Mary joining us. So we were supposed to have only one speaker and one evaluator. We ended up having two speakers, two evaluators. So thank you. My highlight is the supportive community that we have in Toastmasters.
And for all of you who don't know, we have Puneet joining all the way from BTMC because he was the backup evaluator just in case Jay is not available. So thank you so much for being so supportive and for turning up here. And thanks to all the role takers who are joining all the way from different parts of the country to make this meeting happen. All right, it's time to know the audience.
Can I take 1 second to add something to what I
Yes,
missed to
please.
say earlier? I also like the effort that when you do the hybrid meetings, you are very careful about the presentation. You have multiple cameras active. You've got the audience, quick reading of the comments and coordination of how, suppose somebody is not having the mic, you can see the expressions and you can gauge that, we're missing out. So that much of alertness for the audience also, just that we are a handful of the people joining, but still you're taking care of us for the audience online also. And hybrid generally is not as successful as you guys are giving an experience. So thank you for that effort. That truly speaks of your sincerity for everybody and the value of time.
Thank you. Well, the Gabby's way, leaving no member behind, no matter where you're joining from, the experience should remain the same. It's time to announce the poll results, and I have almost 12 people sharing their responses over the poll. So I'll quickly take a moment to announce these results. I'll start with best auxiliary role taker. For the best auxiliary role taker, without a doubt, we have someone who's joining all the way from Ahmedabad as our best auxiliary role taker for today, our grammarian, Toastmaster Preeti.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Preeti. Then we have best role taker. Again, I think all of us have shared this in our feedback. Our best main role taker for today's meeting goes to our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Congratulations. We had 2 speakers and 2 evaluators. Since one of the evaluators disqualified on the basis of time, so automatically the other evaluator, without any polls, qualifies to be the best evaluator for today's meeting. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jain and Ryan.
Thank you, Nancy.
Next is best speaker. Best speaker with a very close call. I think everyone loved both the speeches equally well. So thank you so much, Mary, for joining the meeting today. The best speaker goes to yours truly. And last but not the least, best table topic speaker. It's a very interesting chart. We had 5 TT speakers today, and for all 5 TT speakers, I've got a quite colorful chart here with the most votes being received to the table topic speaker. Our best table topic speaker for today's meeting goes to, drum rolls please, Toastmaster Jain Ryan yet again. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jain Ryan.
Thank you, Nancy.
Bagging the best TT speaker for today's meeting. With this, I congratulate all the winners and thank you all the role takers for making this meeting happen. We are because you are. With this, I'll see you on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so very much,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you.
Preeti. Jai again.